Am I nervous? Yes, I am very, very extremely nervous. Probably the most nervous I've been in a while.
So a few months ago, local event organizer Rio put up a call for performances for their upcoming event called RIUHxASEAN, which was slated to happen during the last week of October. And I was telling myself, well, since it's an open call, I might as well just submit the Elisha Tiga Experiment to hopefully play one of the stages during the festival. For a while, I didn't really get a response, and I was okay with it because there were 2 shows lined up for that month. But then just 1 month before the festival, I got an email saying that they are open to have the Elisha Tiga Experiment perform for Rio. The month was already a bit tight for me, with the show in Korea as well as traveling to Kota Kinabalu, Sabah for another show. When I got the invitation, I was still in South Korea and was about to go back to Kuala Lumpur. But then I was only in Kuala Lumpur for a few days before flying back to Sabah. And then the next time that I would be around for rehearsals is literally just 2-3 days before the festival. So I had to quickly make an announcement to the musicians to see if they would be available for this festival, as well as a quick rehearsal. Literally the next day I received the invitation email. Unfortunately, the flautist from our previous show could not attend due to prior engagements. So it was an opportunity for me to try out a different instrument for this show, specifically the erhu. And so thankfully, with such short notice, I managed to get Eugene Yeo, a Malaysian violinist as well as an erhu player. So I was really grateful to have him even at such short notice. As it was an ASEAN event, the organizer requested for specifically Bruneian music. So on top of the repertoire that we already have, I added 2 new tunes, at least new for this particular lineup. They were Indong Anak, a traditional Bruneian lullaby, and also Samalindang, another traditional Bruneian song. So we worked on the song as much as we can before I flew off. So as usual, the first rehearsal was just trying to find a vibe, trying to find where everybody was, and especially help out Eugene with trying out the parts and see how a violin and erhu sounds like in context. But other than that, everybody was being very professional and everything went on without any problems.
Hello everyone, it is Rio Day. Still early, honestly, 9:30. Our call time is around 11. That's what I set for the band, just to kind of like compensate for any potential road closures. But it seems like, according to our navigation apps, seems to be smooth sailing heading over there. But yeah, just to be safe, gonna be heading out slightly early. Our sound check is at 12 p.m. Our set is at 1:30 p.m. The plan is to head out early if we're gonna kind of stop at a pharmacy for a bit to buy some stuff because it's gonna get pretty hot. We're gonna buy some things that will hopefully help us cool down at the venue. It's gonna be outdoor. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty hot day. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish packing up and we're gonna be ready to leave.
Has the nervousness set in yet?
Yes, always nervous. Now it's nervous because we know that it's a clear road. So we're one step closer to nervousness.
So we had our second rehearsal a few days before the performance day, and even though I lost all the footages for that rehearsal, we basically used that rehearsal to run through the form of the song and get a vibe of it, be more comfortable with the technicalities of things, and actually use that extra brain space to see how we can elevate the songs in the context of this huge stage and the size of the venue.
There's more?
Things felt pretty surreal if you asked me, but unfortunately, the day was just too hot to even think about everything else. I guess in a sense, it kind of distracted me from that feeling of nervousness. But then again, it was pretty surreal given that this is quite a historical site for the city.
Pretty hot day, and now in our holding room. It's gonna be our base of operations today. Hello. Yay, we have an AC room. So now we're just waiting for our turn to sound check. It's at 12. Right now it's like 11-ish. So we have a lot of time. We're just chilling here, waiting for our turn. Nothing much. Everybody's just doing their own thing. There's a live stream going on.
Hi.
Just changed. Just got changed. It's just dawned to me how historical this site is for Malaysia. This view is just gorgeous.
One thing that happened was that our keyboardist forgot his in-ears. Long story short, he had to go somewhere nearby really quickly to get a pair of cheap in-ears. I had a pair for our drummer Keith, but he ended up not using it, so actually he could have just taken that pair for himself.
We have
I bought it. Can pinjam this.
It's a ritual.
It's a ritual. It's always a ritual.
I think the biggest challenge for us during that day was the sound check time. Long story short, we didn't really have enough time for sound checking. Setting up took longer than expected, surprisingly, specifically because somehow there were issues with the sape, but I honestly was not sure what was the problem with the sape. So they kept switching from going through a line in and a contact mic, but yeah, I wasn't sure what they were trying to do. The other big problem was with Eugene's erhu and violin. Surprisingly, they don't have a condenser mic on stage, so it turned out to be a challenge to mic both the violin and the erhu. When turning them up a bit too much will start feedbacking the entire stage, and the mics weren't powerful enough to pick up the instruments. So it took a long time to find the sweet spot for miking both instruments. Eventually, we didn't really have any time to sound check. So of course, because of that, the sound for the stage was less than ideal.
mosque nearby, right?
Yeah, there's a mosque here. Sound check. We didn't sound check because there's Azan. Can't do much about it because there's literally a mosque right next to this venue. We're gonna be starting slightly later. Initially it was 1:30, now it's 1:40. If we have time, stage manager will let us know if we can go up early to kind of like do a very simple sound check and everything. But let's get into the cold place.
It's really hot today.
We're the last band to sound check, first band to perform, so we kind of have that space in between. The stage manager will let us know if we can go up on stage slightly earlier to run a quick sound check of everything. Person in charge, they said the food is gonna come, but we shall see. Yeah. Hungry.
All the way from Brunei, Elisha Tiga Eksperiment!
Let's go.
Overall, I think the experience was really important. Even though things were less than ideal, the sound ended up not being the greatest on and off stage. The day was really extremely hot, the hottest it has been for that week. Actually, the few days prior to the show day, it was raining a lot, but somehow for that day, it decided to not rain and presented the most uncomfortable heat of the week. But yes, I would not replace this experience with anything else. And the most important thing is, and we did, was that we had fun. We managed to present our music to people, and ultimately it was another stage for the Elisha Tiga Experiment.
Okay, so we just finished our set. 20 minutes pretty fast. The day is extremely hot. We couldn't really sound check just now, so sound wasn't the greatest. Some of us were struggling to hear, but everybody's being a real good sport. Yeah, everybody did actually enjoy it. I think it was a good stage. Good 3 minutes. Yeah, we finally Rio is off the checklist. Just gonna eat now and cool down a bit. Yeah.
And even through all this, if one would ask me if I'd do this again, I would definitely say yes. I think every stage, every platform for ETX to share their music is crucial. It's important. As long as there's someone there listening, the stories of our roots need to be told through our music. I will see you guys next time.